Butler University looks to provide its students with experiences that help them grow both academically and be more well-rounded people. Located inside Jordan Hall, the Center for Global Education seeks to help students achieve these goals through study abroad programs. We spoke with Study Abroad Advisor Bon St. John on the Center for Global Education and what study abroad looks like here at Butler.
So the CGE, we work with both sending our Butler students abroad, whether that's for a semester, whether it's for a full year, whether it's for a summer or spring break, so different times, different types of programs. And we also work with international students coming to us. So in our same office space, Miss Bobby is who works with all of the international students coming, whether that's visa stuff or getting the right documentation, getting them into the right classes. And then what our side of the house works on is coordinating student experiences abroad so that when a Butler student is here, they're able to go to another country, again, for maybe a week, maybe a full semester, maybe a full year, and take classes or get academic credits that keep them on track for what they're doing here at Butler.
Next, meet Italy Lewis. Italy is a junior international business and marketing major who spent her second semester of sophomore year studying abroad in Italy. She shared her experiences studying abroad and why she wanted to go to another country.
I love to travel. I've been traveling since I pretty well could fly, and so I wanted to explore more cultures and see more of the world, and so I've pretty well been planning on studying abroad in college since I found out I couldn't go to college and get in and stuff. So yeah, it's just always been a big dream of mine. Italy is just such an amazing place. Like the place I studied abroad, Florence, you can walk from one side of Florence to the other side of Florence in like 30 to 45 minutes. It's so small and walkable, and like everything's so personalizable and stuff. And so I just loved being in that environment. I think Italy's like one of the best places to be.
On our list of approved programs, we have over 300 programs in over 50 countries all around the world. If there is a location that you'd like to go to that's not on our list, we can work to get it on there. But many of the popular ones in recent years, Spain and Italy have been probably the most two popular. A lot of students want to go to the UK. I studied abroad in Australia, so I am a little biased. I love it there, in Australia and New Zealand. But we also have students that go to Asia, different parts of Africa, South America. Europe as a whole is still the most popular if you were to take all of the areas. But between, Barcelona, Florence are two big cities. Prague is gaining popularity. Where are some others? Different areas of Germany or France. There really are programs to fit any sort of need. And on that note, we do have programs where, yes, you are working towards being able to speak the language. Also, we have programs in non-English dominated areas where you can take all of your classes in English, and you don't have to have any experience in Japanese to go to Japan, or you don't have to have any experience in French to go to France, or same thing with Italy. You can go and have an amazing experience and still get by in English, but also we hope that you pick up some local language while you're there.
I took fashion marketing. There were classes called Palaces of Florence where you literally just got to walk around palaces that are built in Florence. I was almost in that class, but I had to drop it. But it's an awesome class. And then there was another one that was wine and arts marketing. So you'd try wine during the class and then write about it. Yeah, they have amazing classes when you study abroad. Like, it's about learning about the culture of Italy, not so much the education part, I guess. So instead of being super honed in on like accounting or corporate finance or like serious marketing, it's more like, here's this country you're in that's brand new. How can we integrate your business major and the culture and arts of the country you're in so that you can learn both?
This is Isaac Betcher, who has plans to study abroad in Prague. He spoke with us on what he is looking forward to about his upcoming study abroad experience.
I am going to Prague in the Czech Republic. It is a career accelerator, but it's also through IFSA, which is a popular study abroad, both community program organization that works on students around the U.S. and across the world, giving them good trips that are both beneficial to the student and enjoyable. The experience is fun. So I'm getting this through IFSA, through their career accelerator in Prague, for statistics, data science, and computer science.
Study abroad can have a variety of benefits for students. Each student has a unique experience. With so many programs to choose from, students can find the location and program that best suits them. No matter what major or interest, there's likely a destination that will pique your interest. While many programs take classes, some of the most valuable lessons are experienced outside the classroom. We asked why the people we spoke to personally recommend studying abroad.
I think the main thing is just the growth that comes with it. There is a lot of confidence that students learn about themselves and a sense of independence. It's kind of like going to school, especially if you came from maybe another state away, or you had to travel to get here, or if you're just from down the road. Going to college is still a big step. Going abroad, again, whether it's for a week or a full summer or a full semester, is another great leap of kind of an area to learn about yourself, to learn about other cultures. And so I'd say growth is the main thing. Of students come back and they truly are changed. I know there's jokes out there or memes that talk about the study abroad kid that won't shut up. And the reason that they don't want to shut up is that their experience really was that life-changing. And I think we can proudly say that any student that studied abroad, please question them on their experiences, because they like to talk about it. The good, the bad, and everything in between, how they grew, what was hard, what they learned about themselves. And then obviously for myself and everyone in our office, not only was it very impactful, but it changed our lives to the point where we're now working in the field involving study abroad.
Got to do so much. I will literally tell anyone they should study abroad. Like, if you can handle being away from home for that long period of time, and like the time difference, because for me it was like a 6-hour time difference, I absolutely, I will never regret it. It was my favorite thing. If I could do it again, I would, in a heartbeat. You get to do so much. You meet so many amazing people. The apartment I lived in was built on top of a restaurant, and that restaurant owner was like the sweetest person I've ever met. I called him my Italian father. He never talked to me in anything but Italian because he knew I was from the United States, so he wanted me to learn. And then he would always give us free drinks. Like, I lived with 8 girls. It was me, and then 6 of them were from, it was 7 girls. Me, 6 of them were from the University of Michigan, and then 1 was from the University of Iowa, and then me. And we all were we'd go down and eat dinner there all the time, and he'd always give us free Prosecco and like free bruschetta, which is like the bread with the tomatoes on it. And it was just so heartwarming. Like, that's one of the things I miss so much, was that I made so many older Italian friends that they worked there and they knew we were abroad, and they were still so nice to us, and they wanted us to learn the culture more, and they were just my favorite people ever. And then I traveled all the time. I studied as well, but mainly traveled. Every weekend we were in a new place, and so being able to go to places, we went to like Portugal, we went to Morocco, Africa. Our Morocco trip was awesome. We were advised to be very careful about Africa because it was me and a group of girls, and they can say it's risky, it's dangerous. And we were like, we'll be all right. We're careful, we're trained, we're gonna go, we're gonna risk it. And it was the best risk we ever took. We had so much fun. For $150, we traveled all across the country of Morocco. We got to learn about the culture. We learned about how they make rugs there. We rode camels across the Sahara Desert. We rode ATVs across the Sahara Desert. We camped in the Sahara Desert. Fun fact about the Sahara is that there's no electricity, obviously, so there's no light pollution. So the stars are like beautiful there. You can see like the galaxy, I feel like. It was the best thing ever. And we actually went in a van with like people from Spain, people from Italy, people from Germany. We were the only study abroad students, and so it was like a giant party bus because they were trying to show us their cultures, and they were blaring different types of music and just shaking the whole van the whole drive because they wanted to dance and sing along. I went to Croatia, and we did cliff diving in Croatia, and that was really awesome. We got to see the bluest waters ever. And we actually went when it was kind of cold, so it was a bit of a polar plunge, but it was just so cool. There were some people that were scared to jump, and like having everyone encouraging you and trying to get you to like do what scares you was really awesome. And then I also am an adrenaline junkie, so I went skydiving in Switzerland. I love that kind of stuff. I love going out of my comfort zone. I mean, I would have never done any of this if I hadn't studied abroad. Like, it was just all such great experiences. I just loved them all so much.
I do think that the study abroad experience really was the best thing I ever did. And I think for a lot of students you talk to that go abroad, they will tell you the same. you do grow and learn so much about yourself. You learn about the world, you learn about different people in the world and the similarities and differences you may have. And it really just helps you, it's a time to grow, and that's what college is all about stretching yourself and, stretching what's possible. And I think study abroad, in both a physical sense of going far away, but also the growth meter, it really does impact how you see things when you leave Butler. So it's a great thing to take advantage of, and we really recommend you look into it.
I'm really interested to experience what academia is like in a different culture. The university that we're going to is the oldest in the country, so that'll be really fun. And then, of course, just the experience of being in another country for the whole semester, of living with people we're living with people all across the U.S. and then just right in the pocket of downtown Prague, which I think is going to be super exciting. So both the opportunity of being able to study at this very historic Czech university, and then also the experience of just living in a foreign country for this long.
One thing that kept being emphasized to me in my conversation with Bon St. John is that study abroad can be for everyone. Even if you're not exactly sure where you want to go or if study abroad is right for you, the Center for Global Education is more than willing to help guide you through that process.
We're in Jordan Hall 133. We'd love for you to stop by whenever, but the real best thing to do first is to go to a study abroad info session. So if you get on our website, one of the first links is our info sessions, where once a month we have about a half an hour meeting at 6 p.m. on a different night of the week. January, February, March, April, going through the spring, and then we also have one each month in the fall semester. And that's about a half an hour of going over the general overview of what study abroad opportunities are available, how to navigate our systems to look through them, what are some things to consider, and students leave that meeting having a better idea of what they're looking for, and then they reach out to our office to set up a meeting saying, hey, I'd like to meet and go over those options.
Anyone that has, they'll tell you. Best time of their lives, super great experience. I always say, people are always like, oh, I peaked in high school. I always say I peaked in study abroad. It's just such an awesome time. It's just, I have no regrets.